Subscriber Bushcraft2036 asked a question about mittens. Should you get the gauntlet length or the wrist length? Well, Bushcraft2036, you've got a lot of questions. Thank you very much. By the way, please leave questions in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them in a video to help everyone out. I always get gauntlet length versus wrist length mittens and gloves now whenever I have the chance in extremely cold conditions. Let me explain why. You can see the length difference here. These are sub-gauntlet style gloves. I don't really have any short mittens anymore. I've gotten rid of them over the years. But real short gloves and mittens will always be something like this. I'm going to just jam it in here and show you. And they'll expose your wrist, so you have articulation right here. They're very short. The problem is, in my experience, and I've experienced this in quite a few times when I had those gloves and mittens, this part of my wrist, when it's minus 20 degrees and below, actually gets really cold. So when I've got a short glove, then I gotta kind of futz around and put my jacket or my sweater or whatever over the glove to protect my wrist, especially if I'm wearing a watch. That's even doubly entertaining and freezing because often I'm checking my watch. I wear it military style when I'm skiing or climbing. One, so I don't bang it on my gear or my ski poles or my ice axe. And two, when I'm walking, it's very easy to glance. This is a natural reaction to glance, even though it's off angle. This takes a lot more effort to twist my arm and I gotta raise it all the way up. You know, sometimes glancing down. But this, just doing that is a big deal. So even though the wrist sort of length mittens and gloves allow you to see your watch much easier, I'll show you here, just give you an idea, because I had that in Antarctica. These are the gloves I used in Antarctica. But the problem was, when I've got my wrist exposed and I've got my glove here, and I'm trying to put my jacket over it, and I glance, now my wrist is constantly exposed to that extreme cold. Compare that to the gauntlet size. We'll use this on my left hand. The gauntlet style, where gauntlet meaning like an old knight battle armor, where this covers over half of my forearm. The cuff here is huge. I can't even barely check my watch on it. Now, it's annoying. Yes, I can check my watch, take a glance, look down, but I let it go, shake it out, and my wrist is fully covered. So for any place ultra cold where I don't need quick removal and once I get bundled up, I'm going to be rolling for a long time, it's always gauntlet, because you can always kind of shove this out of the way and be cooler, but if it's wrist length and it's too cold, you're toast. So definitely go with the gauntlet always. That makes much better sense, except in the case where you're constantly having to take your gloves off and mess around, but often that's where you're at home or you're in a safe environment where there's not a consequence of damaging your fingers with frostbite. I had friends from the Netherlands climbing on Denali with me, and 2 out of the 3 climbers either got mild frostbite or really bad blackened fingers frostbite. It was not good. He did not have double removed liner gloves and all this sort of stuff, and they got caught in the wind on the head wall. It was really bad. So definitely go with the maximum gauntlet you can compared to anything else. These gloves, even my storm trackers, have a mid-length gauntlet just for that reason, to protect your wrist. Please leave questions below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.